Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. This film session is going to be Landon Dickerson again. I'm going to have a couple more offensive line, wide receiver, cornerback videos coming out over this next week and a half. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of content dropping. But this is one of my favorite prospects in this draft, Landon Dickerson. He's your center right around here. And how can I describe this man? He's just not a nice guy on the field. He's not nice at all. He's a jerk. He's mean. He's a nasty offensive lineman. He's not a dirty player, but he does not like his opponent at all. And I'm going to show you just how much he doesn't like his opponent. Let's just let this roll. It's not analysis here. There's no analysis here. And this is what I like about offensive linemen. They whoop someone so bad that it's not even about analysis at this point. I just call this a mean man finding work. You know, he he's absolutely just running around laying people out. If there's not a guy he has to be on, he's gonna definitely help someone else out and lay them out. And he does this all the time. And I love how on balance he is. He can surprisingly move pretty well for his size. He's a big dude. He's right beside Deontay Brown, and he doesn't look like a little guy. So you just see him getting out of his stance and just laying dude out, man. And that dude is probably like 280. And this is another one. He's right here, you're 69, right here in the middle of your screen again. And he's just going to snap this ball, and he's not going to have anybody that lines up over top of him. So he's going to help 55 out. And he's like, okay, I've done enough helping right here. I think it's time for you to sit down. So he just sits him down. Yes, it's a double team, but you see it's Dickerson that gets that extension to just lay my man out. And this is a routine thing with him. Again, like the guy is a mean person. He's gonna play all the way through the whistle. He's gonna finish guys, and it's just so satisfying to watch on tape. I don't like offensive linemen that, they just block their guy. They're all technique. They're all, finesse. Of course, there's places for them, probably at tackle, but I want my interior offensive linemen to be mean people. They can be nice off the field, but they need to be mean when they step on the field. So we got Dickerson here at center once again, and this is just a regular pass rep, and it just shows, first off, perfect technique in my opinion. Perfect technique, hands inside. The ball snapped. The ball has just touched the quarterback's hand. He's already got hands inside. He's already low. He's under 56 right now. He's got his hands in his chest. He's on balance. Textbook. Perfect. And he just stands him up. I mean, you're not going anywhere. He can block that dude for about 8 or 9 seconds if he wanted to. And just watch how quick the ball is snapped. And the ball hasn't even gotten there. He's already making contact. Which is pretty easy to believe as a center because you're the one that snapped the ball, so you should be able to get off of the snap first. But just the fact that his hands are inside this quick with perfect technique, it just shows how polished of a guy he is. He gets his arms swiped away, gets right back to reconnecting his arms, and this is a solid rep. He's got help over there with Deontay Brown, so it's a really solid pass rep. And it just shows that he's a calm, balanced pass protector. Very calm. I mean, exactly what you're looking for. And again, with Dickerson right here, once again, it's almost like if you don't have someone assigned to block this guy, or not to block him, but if you don't have someone assigned, at the zero technique that's not in his gap, it's almost as if, you're putting your defense at risk. Someone's going to get hurt dealing with someone like Dickerson. And I just love this film session because there's not much analysis. Just watch Zero come and run this stunt and get laid out. And look at his neck. Look at his neck contorted because he decided to come down there and try to mess with Landon Dickerson. I mean, it's like a delay. It's like he gets crunched and it's just a slow fall. He's just on his butt like, how did I get here? And it makes you just think, are they watching Landon Dickerson's tape? Why did they think that Zero would have any shot at getting through this wall. I mean, perfect helmet to helmet. They don't call this on the offensive line. Helmet to helmet, just raising him, perfect extension, low, high. And I think at this point, I mean, what is this, like Michael Jackson? He looks like he's a dancer right here, and he just gets laid out. But these are routine plays from Dickerson. I mean, you just love to see it, man. So again, you got Landon Dickerson right here. He's always going to be your center. And let's just watch this. Let's just watch him fold this guy. You're going to see him snap the ball. I'll play this slow because there's going to be a lot of commotion. This is a run play to the left. And there's going to be a lot of commotion. You're not going to see Dickerson pull, but he's going to snap this ball, engage with this D tackle. And he's just going to just drive him. Just drive him. And then he just says, I've had enough of you, and just buries him. Just buries him. And, I mean, not only is he laying guys out in the pass game, he's laying them out in the run game. Again, a regular occurrence. These seem like highlights, but it's literally a regular occurrence. I could make an entire highlight video, minutes and minutes, of this guy pancaking people and embarrassing guys. So Dickerson is again, the guy with his hand on the ball. He's the center of every play, people. Anyway, this is going to be a screenplay here, and you're going to see Dickerson get out on this screenplay, and it's like, you know he can be a mauler, you know he can do all of that stuff, but can he get out in space and make blocks in space? Well, you'll see. You'll see if he can. He's going to get out in the space right here, number 69, right in front of your running back right now. And look at this poor DB. This poor DB has no shot at touching Najee Harris. And he's just going to sit down. Oh, this is Najee Harris. This is Waddle. Excuse me. He has no shot at touching Waddle. So he's just going to follow behind Dickerson and again, embarrassing people, throwing people around, pancaking people. Just watch what happens. It's like he literally ran into a wall. And it's like he's blocking multiple people because he's pushing guys into each other. He blocked 16. If Waddle is able to get his hand down and push himself back up, that's a touchdown because Landon Dickerson just blocked 2 people. And here again, he's your center again. This is just to alleviate any concerns about if Landon Dickerson can be a mobile guy and get to the second level. Because you're going to see him do that with ease here, get hands on this linebacker. And of course, once you let that offensive lineman get hands on you and you're a tiny, he's probably like 220 pound linebacker or a little bit lighter maybe. It's over for you. It's curtains. And he's going to get up there and he's just going to seal them off. Nice hole for Najee Harris. Nothing really special right here. It just shows that he has that ability to snap this ball, notice that no one's over him, and go attack this guy. Seal him off, no issue. Perfect blocking. Nice crease. All right, for this next play, listen. I didn't play offensive lineman. I'm not an expert on the O-line. I just give my takes, my opinions. I think I'm pretty solid about being able to realize, what these guys are going to be in the NFL. But check this out. I don't know what kind of name this blocking scheme has, and I'm sure my offensive linemen are going to know it. But I just call this just running into a 1,300-pound train because you're going to see Landon Dickerson, you're going to see Deontay Brown, and you're going to see the right guard, who I can't remember his name for right now. For some reason, I can't remember his name. But you're going to see them link up. They're going to just get behind Dickerson and just push him so they can get, I'm pretty sure this is a short yardage situation. And they take everybody for a ride. And this is literally, if I was on Bama, if I was a Bama fan, I would call this the Crimson Tide. Because this is literally like a group of elephants just stampeding. Like, how do you stop this in short yardage? How do you stop it? And it just shows, like, he can be a serious mauler. He can get in space. He can pass protect. He's always on balance, man. You don't see some offensive linemen. Let's see if he follows this play to prove me wrong. But some offensive linemen, you see them blocking people whenever they really, lay into someone. They end up on the ground because they're sloppy. They're off balance. He's never off balance. He's always laying people out. He goes for a lot of big blocks, highlight kind of lay people out blocks, but you rarely see him overextending and missing these blocks. Landon Dickerson is a really nice player. Now to get to the cons of Landon Dickerson, and sadly there are some cons. Now, do I want Landon Dickerson working against Aaron Donald one-on-one? No, but you rarely would have your center blocking someone like Aaron Donald. I mean, a speed rushing defensive tackle. You rarely would have your center blocking that dude one-on-one. One, because, the man has to snap the ball and then have to deal with Aaron Donald too. That's kind of really difficult. I would not want him regularly going against speed rushers. Luckily, he's always more than often going to have help or, won't be in that position. That's pretty much it. And then when you look at the big picture, Landon Dickerson tore his ACL, I think, twice. He's had season-ending injuries 2 or 3 times now. And it's getting ridiculous to the point to where I can't remember if it was 2 times or 3 times. And it just shows you that that's way too many times that Landon Dickerson got injured. If he was not someone who was routinely injured, he will be a top of the 20s kind of pick in this first round. Sadly, he has dealt with these injuries. Sadly, he did end up getting injured in the championship game this past year. He did play this entire year without injury, and it was a pretty minor injury that he dealt with. So it looks like he's headed in the right direction, but the injuries of the past are huge red flags, and you do not want to have an offensive lineman that's injury prone because they're going to get banged up every single play. So that's something to think about. But as I said, this past season, I think he ended up getting a concussion in that last game. But beyond that, he has been a very, very guy. He's been a guy that's gotten a lot of injuries. So hopefully this past season of him only getting that concussion in the last game is really what he's about. Injuries aside, and I would still consider this dude in the second round. Injuries aside, this dude is the best center in the draft. I like him better than Creed Humphrey. He's just got to stay healthy. So you guys let me know. This dude is really entertaining. Having this dude play beside nasty Nick Gates, I think he could play guard. I think he could play a little bit of guard. But again, with the speed rushers, you might want this dude just playing center. You might want to move Nick Gates out to guard. Not really my first option, but I have no issue with them playing guard. I think he's going to be a solid guard. But if you stick him at center to where he's not going to have to face these edge rushers, these speed rushers every single play, and he's usually going to have help with them, the power he's got, and he's going to make a lot of exciting plays, even in space for you. So you guys let me know what you think of Landon Dickerson out of Alabama. Center, guard, not going to play tackle for you, but he'll play center and guard for you. Let me know what you think based on this film session. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 squad member. If you're a D6 squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.